I declare that the quorum is present and that there are 24 proxy forms have been received for this meeting. We have members participating live or via the live streaming, hence the microphone in front of me, who'll be able to listen and ask questions during the meeting, but not be able to vote. So they have been obviously would send their proxies in if they wish to vote. We wish to open up the experience of the AGM to all members that can attend in person. Next year we'll continue to trial this, including the online voting. This is part of our objective as the Institute, to be reaching out to all members and where they are, not just the members that happen to reside in Sydney or one of the capital cities. The notice of meeting, agenda, proxy form, minutes of the AGM for 2016 and financial statements were made available to members by post or via email and are placed on the website by the 10th of April. The full annual report is now on the website. I do have a list of apologies here. I won't read them out. They're available for those that want to view them. But can I ask for any other apologies that you may have from the floor?
Andrew Cox and Kathy Cox.
Okay, Andrew and Kathy Cox. Anyone else? Okay. The next thing is to confirm the minutes of the 2015 annual general meeting. I should also just welcome Martin Sabanos. Martin, over here, our external auditor also. My apologies, Martin, from UHY. Confirm the minutes of the 2015 annual general meeting from the 26th of May 2016. The minutes have been published. They're in the annual report. They've been distributed. Can I ask for someone to move and second that these? I'll first of all actually ask for any discussion or questions. Any questions? Okay. Can I put the motion to the floor that they be moved? Len Gaines, seconded. Steve Coates. Those in favour of adopting the minutes? Anyone against? No. Been adopted. The second item on the agenda is the President's report. This is available in full text. What I will do for the record is read the report to the members on this. So, during the past year, the board has continued to focus on delivering both our strategic plan and further improving the quality and accessibility of our many member services. In particular, further increasing the recognition of internal auditing as a profession in its own right, continued strengthening of the balance sheet, broadening our training and education offering, and lowering fees for our members, and the establishment of a disciplinary and review committee, along with other ongoing services to IIA-Australia. In particular, I'd like to talk to you about the financials and how they've been presented in the account. The board approved a budgeted deficit for the year end of 31 December of $95,000. The actual result, as audited, was $35,000 in deficit. This is a significant turnaround on the prior year surplus of $419,000 surplus, which was primarily driven by a SOPAC and significant increases in revenue derived from EQA activities. That's the external quality assessment. The 2016 budget was approved after careful consideration of the need to make some long overdue upgrades, in addition to some expected costs, of which some have been capitalised during the year and prior to the inevitable distractions of hosting the global conference in 2017. So what I'm saying is that this year was expected to be a very busy year, so we wanted to invest in the Institute, hence there was a approved deficit this year in the prior year. In particular, when I talk about the investment, is we didn't want to increase any membership fees last year and this year. A clear need to refresh the website for IIA-Australia, enhancing conferencing staff capability, to enhance the PD or professional development capabilities, in particular the appointment of an instructional designer, further investment in education, including necessary TEXA reaccreditation, the Grad Cert IA after the 5 years it has been in existence, and the re-registration of IIA-Australia as a higher education provider. A lower surplus, and also part of this was a lower surplus that was generated from Brisbane SOPAC last year compared to a Sydney and Melbourne SOPAC, and some transformation costs relating to our ICT capabilities, particularly moving into the cloud and future-proofing. our ICT. The audited balance sheet for 31 December 2016 also shows some significant movements in cash balances when compared to prior year figures. I'll be through a couple of those as well. There are two predominant drivers for these. One is this 1.44 million decrease in cash and cash equivalents. Specifically, $800,000 has been invested in term deposits, so moved from cash to a term deposit line, which is explained in note 6. And there's been a decrease in deferred revenue of $668,188. And this is explained by the fact that there's been no SOPAC this year. There was expected to be no SOPAC in 2017 due to the international conference. And the sponsorship income in advance of $546,000, or both of those together, I should say, $546,000 due to the international conference, as well as a membership income in advance of $151,000 as we are transitioning to a common subscription anniversary date, which is 30 June. However, the EQA income of $20,000 and PhD and conference income of $9,000 increased over the same period, leading into that movement. I want to talk to you also about the strategic plan. During 2016, the board revisited its strategy to form the 2017 to 2019 strategic plan. IIA-Australia's mission is to advance the profession and practice in the practice of internal auditing. Our vision is internal audit professionals are sought after as trusted advisors to boards and executives. We've set a number of strategic objectives here in this time period. The first is to grow membership by delivering an enhanced and relevant membership experience through member services. The second is to build the professional of internal auditing through education and training. The third is to engage effectively with strategic partners and stakeholders through advocacy. The fourth is to build brand awareness through marketing and media campaigns. The fifth is to ensure sustainability of operations by optimising technological, financial and people resources. Peter Jones, who's up for that, and board members will continually update members throughout the year on progress at the various functions and communications to membership throughout the year. Next point I'd like to talk about is the volunteers. The board's committees continue to operate very effectively and to provide a sound framework of both oversight and guidance for IIA-Australia's activities. These committees are very busy and are a vital part of our governance arrangements. I would like to offer sincere thanks to all of those who have served on the Audit and Risk Committee, the Nominations Committee, the Remuneration Committee, the Education Committee, and the newly constituted Disciplinary and Review Committee. I publicly express my thanks to our 3 Vice Presidents for their energy and sage advice. I would like to recognise the valuable work done across the nation by the chapters. These are critical to the delivery of services to our members. A well-performing chapter is integral to our success, and a personal thank you to all of those involved. The Global Conference. 2017 is expected to be a very significant year in the IIA-Australia history, with the hosting of the Institute of Internal Auditors International Conference to be held in Sydney in July at the new Darling Harbour Convention Centre. This is the 3rd global conference that we held in Sydney, and it's also the first being in 1985, second in 2004, and we expect around 1,800 guests from around the globe to attend and up to 100 volunteers to help our international guests feel welcome. And finally, I'd like to thank you to all my colleagues on the board and their commitment to the work in 2016. the movements? Give me the nod, Jonathan. Okay. Okay, with there being no questions on the financial statements for the year ended 31 December 2016, can I ask for someone to move that they be adopted? Mark Harrison, anyone to second? Claire? Thank you, Claire. And those in favour of accepting, please. Those against? Recorded none. Okay, so adopted, thank you. The fourth item on the agenda is to elect or re-elect 4 directors for the years 2017-2018 and for 2017-2019, effective from the close of the AGM 4 May 2017. The nominations committee has assessed the nominations received against the specified criteria, and the board recommends that the following individuals to the membership for the election of directors of IIA-Australia. The following have each formally consented to act as a director. The four that have been recommended to the members are Mark Harrison. Might want to just stand up for those that are here. Who's continuing?
We might get a shot.
Wave. Greg Hollyman, who has sent his apologies for tonight, so we can't get a shot of him. But Greg, myself, I'm standing for another 2 years, and Stephen Tiley. Stephen, who's back over here. Okay, so we need to put this to a vote, don't we?
Yes.
Right.
The scrutineers have distributed voting slips.
Okay. Do you want to speak up, Julie?
I think each person who's eligible to vote received a voting slip on the way in from our scrutineer, Des. So Des and Len Gainsford are our scrutineers this evening, so they'll collect the votes and do the counting.
Okay. And just in that, as I said, there are 24 proxies that have voted either for individuals or of aligning their votes with the chairman, or have specifically directed their votes tonight. So what we might do whilst the scrutineers are going through the votes is we might move to the next item on the agenda, if that's in order, Julie?
Yes.
Yep. And the next item is to transact any other business which may be brought before the meeting in accordance with the Constitution. Can I ask if you have been notified of any other business?
No one has indicated
Okay.
that they wish to raise any issue.
Right. Is there anything from the floor? Okay, but there's none. There is one item, though, that we would like to just do as part of this process, though, is to present a certificate of appreciation to our retiring director tonight, Mr. Stephen Horn. And as we all know, Stephen's been on the board now for 8 years. 2 of those years he has been president, and a number of years prior to that in the vice president's roles. He served on many committees. He was part of the restructuring that we did with IIA-Australia a number of years ago, including the successful recruitment of our current CEO, Peter Jones. He serves on a number of the global committees of the IIA. And I would like Stephen to come forward and say thank you very much for your time and service. Pleasure. And look, I won't put you back to the crowd. And there we go. There. Thank you very much, Stephen.
Thank you very much. It's something to, probably really interesting.
I'll see you all later.
It's got something to do with mum on it too.
Then I'll take upstairs.
That's right. Oh, okay. Everybody heard that? Like to congratulate Mark Harrison, Greg Hollyman, Stephen Tiley, and myself as being duly elected as directors for the next 2 years. Congratulations, guys. Okay. I think that's it. Oh yes, thank you. Also today, your board met. We've had a long meeting today to just discuss